Hey everyone, today I'm going to show a very fun tool. It's called a Dremel tool. There's different styles of Dremels. This is a corded power tool. This one is a battery operated, so I'm going to use this one. They even have these cool little features. There's a light to help you see what you're carving. So lots of little accessories. And whenever you're doing a Dremel tool and you're going to be carving or grinding, you always want to clamp it. So just remember from my earlier video that you put it under, drop the top, turn it right, make it tight. And that's solid, that's not going anywhere. You're also going to put your goggles on so you don't get any stuff spurting in your eyes. And with the Dremel tool, there's a few features that you need to be aware of. Okay, here's the on-off. This is the speed, RPMs, rotations per minute. So sometimes you want to grind slower, sometimes you want to grind faster. I tend to keep it in the middle for most things. And now when you hold this, you can either hold it like a pencil, kind of, pencil grip, okay? You don't really want to like power grip it. Most of the time it's just like this, it's very controlled, your hand is resting, and it's literally like writing. Now the key thing, once I get started, that I'll show you, is that you don't want to try to take away all your carving at once. You'd rather do 4 passes instead of 1 deep pass. So the way this operates is very similar to the drill and the drill press. There's a little lock button here. So if I just spin this, this is coming off, and I could take this all the way out. And there's my chuck right there. Those are the teeth. When I put this on and get it twisted a little bit, it allows me to put my piece in, the cylinder, down in there. Now, you may remember me saying in the drill press, push it down and then come back out a little bit, okay? Because you want to make sure enough of it is in there. Then I push the lock button, and I start to twist this down, and just finger tight is enough. You don't have to use the wrench. That's enough to hold that tight. Now that will turn and carve. So I'm going to get started with this one just to show you how you do this. Okay? So turn it on, and I'm just going real lightly right where my lettering is. You can go either way. So if I want to go deeper, I might just stay back in that groove and just kind of get the hang of it. So that's just a quick little piece, and I mean that really took no time at all. And I already have a little orchard carving. So you could do this for all kinds of little projects. You can even write your name. It's fun to try to write letters if you're of a certain age, or write your name. This tool obviously requires enough hand strength to hold the tool properly, so that's probably really the level at which a kid would start using this. It's excellent for the Pinewood Derby, drilling into your cars. And I'm going to show you another feature that kids love to use, and they probably use this more than anything, or at least my experience. This is a sander. Whenever you're using this also, you generally want to use a softer wood like pine. It's not great for hardwoods because obviously it's harder wood. So the softer your wood, the easier it's going to carve. Now this, I'm just going to turn these square edges round. I'm going to turn it on, and notice that I'm holding it totally differently. And with just a little bit of sanding, you'll notice I've already turned that square edge round. And in this case, I was holding it. So obviously I need to be a little more careful. You could clamp this and hold it off the edge, but this is just a great little shaping tool for all kinds of different little projects and crafts.